Hello everyone. You know who I am? No, you don't know. But I know who are you. My name doesn't matter. I'm just a messenger. And the message is one of the worst times in the history. The following really happened. If you are determined to know who really happened, continue to see. If you live in a fragile mind, don't continue. This can affect your life. No, I will read the history. At this point, it was called Pokémon Red, down the 151 cartridges. In March of 1996, only 2 weeks after the release of Pokémon Red and Green, 104 deaths were recorded among 10 to 50 years. All those deaths were suicides. The majority of children lived at the penthouse building unharmed. However, there were shocking cases victims began out to cut their limbs, others jumping to the train track running, even some who forced did harm around her throat, choking on his own hand. Countless of children who were saved of the crunching of the finger of one hand. They showed mounted behaviors of them hands tear her arms and feet to avoid that they began to tear his eyes from their socket of tear meat. And all showed the message in the strangled language unrecognizable. Signs all diseases causes were in children who recently acquired their edition of Pokemon. They should their turn try your luck by putting a Game Boy under their noses. They sing her calmly, but when the children began to scream hysterically and bite your tongue when listening the opening theme. Could not do anything. The few survivors dies from swallowing too much blood. A jury is confirmed that the subscription was the cartridge of children were root causes the sure behavior. But what about the thousands of children who bought the game? They were most cases of the war's first few weeks. Detective Nagari Sakahova, in charge of the case with this group, all the cartridges collected in the deed and saved as evidence. The first thing I did was interview the creator of the franchise, Satoshi Tajiri. I assure you, I have not engaged in the game programming, Tajiri responded, surprised by the information that you provide Satoaba. Yes, I had made a secret item, but it had nothing to do. Follow me. The detectives meet Takenori Otaka there, a master programmer. He assured them that it was impossible that the game could be causing so many deaths. It probably was a case of mass hysteria. What I heard was a rumor that spoke of cases of children who feel it to hear the music of Lavender Town. But it was just a rumor. The detectives decided to try the games. They continued hailing of the children left. 15 minutes start about one Pokemon interventions in all cases. It was impossible that they had hearing the music of Lavender Town. They had no even the research published deliver. It was not the music, nor the title, or the start menu. It must be something that happens at the start of the match. Investigating for the forechat of the Game Freak, discovered that one of the programmers of the game committed suicide shortly before the game to market. Shiro Mihura, 25 years. Apparently, it was a closet dark man who contributed some final details to the game. Investigating the case, they found briefcase Shiro Tucker, who raised these phrases. Think the origins, giving back now, come follow me. It had to relate the game, even it had no meaning. There were two tracks, a co-programmer named Shihiro. They went to question him. He had closed 1 full month at home. He did not answer any question. As I said, leave me alone. I know the reading of this. He took a gun off his desk and shot himself in the temple. They were looking for the other, Sousuke Kamada. Shiro apparently he sent a letter of praises that he wrote before he died, and spoke of the revolutionary element that's introduced into the game. The conversation began fluently. Good morning. Is also us to ask some questions? Sure. You are a game developer? I need it. I gave away the ideas of Satoshi Tajiri. That's easy. So you are good? Yes. Say yes. We're working in the teams, right? So Suke was silent for a moment. You are Kittle right, said hesitantly. You had a partner named Shiro Mihura? The atmosphere became tense. I knew of his behavior. Then, I don't know well. We used about 4 times to change data, but I can see it was closer to eccentrically uncle. She'll drag some children's trauma. He was always looking for the change to any of gratitude, I think. What? You think? Satoshi looked well. I think that it was a very weak man. He had real ideas, but you know, What are those laws? It was nothing special. You cannot change the world with only one idea. You have to be something to receive recognition, and I think that was conscience. The detectives were silent, not nothing how to direct the conversation. So, directed Chihiro. What part of the game played? Nothing. I mean nothing special. A few incidental details almost irrelevant. So Suke demands about to say something else, but he says nothing. He leaves something. What else, Sir Tamada? You know about the Earths of Children, no? Ashiro was into hardly no. He wrote of the special speech of the Professor O. That's it. More stuff. Don't strip. You worked with him. Sure that this is a responsibility of the deeds. You can probably did. What did Kashiro gain? It was you say to do. Azulat is silence. How? You want to know what is? Look, Shihiro was brilliant name, but this was a fertile programming, and it was a focal cow. Would do anything to not go untised. If you were in the project was his right idea, and because it was a sad. Of course, he said, do this, and I did. Later it was I thought, how not going to take advantage of the win as a hero. The ideas are mine. He wrong of the game. It was philosophy and my influence. We will get to reveal a secret that the world needs to find out. Sasuke approached the window. The detectives wielded their weapons. Stay away from the window. Did know you hear? Stay away, bro notice. When starting the game, you walk to the North Valley town. And when you touch the grass, who was coming to say it's very dangerous, no? Well, we change it. Imagine that you adventure alone. Do you mean? We were going to pull it off the change cartridges, but only custom error allowed of change to a first spring run of game, exactly 151. Only 104 have died. That's what surprised me. Maybe they have walked and have not found yet a part of the window. Do you No make us shot. Shot me? Ha! You are even more idiot, Shahiro. They realized that moonlit and the clothes start at the change of chaos. At the war saints not really for this revolution. And see, is serving. Want to know what Shahiro put in the game? In 10 new games we discover for you. Try look and make you discover the secret. In a moment of weakness, Sasuke reluctant and disarmed one of the detectives. He grabbed his gun. The detectives were amazed by what Sasuke told them. In a shot, and another, and another. Of 15 shots. It seemed incredible, but the detectives did not move. Encountering the game that Sasuke Sakotaba not know is that what he was still alive. No route of hiding microphone or the ship, everything was recorded. After the shooting, you could hear at the last shot run. The forces entered at the appellant's apartment and witnessed a doubting situation. 4 men dead and 1 in serious conditions. Satoaba recovered and decided to close the case, as he did not remember the secret. Year of 2001, March 15. Sakoapa 5th month had already retired. Could work with him used that they was celebrating with the group media adventures of the 5th anniversary of Pokemon, and a commercial success that means Satoaba couldn't remember the famous 104 dates that no one seemed to remember. He remembered her dead companion, Nishihino, who killed his son before her. Shihiro, his posthumous message, Event Tamada, the brain of the such brutality, committed suicide. It's the time to resolve this case myself, was said. It was removed but still has access to the police files. He removed the letters that the woman had the authority to hear the case. It will be mother of Shihiro or Sasuke, nobody's matter. He calls the file at his side. Saw a door that says test number 2104A. He opened it. It was one of the Pokémon Red cartridges fucking roll. It had 150 more. He scared. And one of them was in front of him. His heart was racing. He put one of the Game Boys that were used in the experiment with children 5 years ago. He turned it on of the Game Boy. The sequential Pokemon Red is ringing. He pulled off helmets. She was shaking. He started a new game. She got a name and begins his adventure. He spoke with his mother and went to the northern route. By their helmets, heard a whisper. At everything instead he looked was closer into the grass, and too was closer to Pokemon Oak stop him, or not. Maybe he would meet at what Shihiro put in the game. He took a step, but didn't come. Satoaba was paralyzed. The screen faded to black. You could not believe my eyes. A Will Mew has appeared. Satoaba was in exactly the same situation of 114 experimenting. The Will Mew spoke. I am not the origin of all existing. Everything you see, you are wrong. Your world is a product of my creation. Satoaba started writing down what I said. But he could not anymore. He picked up his old pistol and shot himself through the mouth directly to the brain. Hearing authorities college that cartridge of the Game Boy in his book, a parent's famous phrases, the same as Shihiro wrote. Satoaba's body, along with the cartridge, which retained 104 were burned. Easier not to close, but to remove the case could not tolerate more deaths. The following year, the Pokemon event Hellgrove new distribute link cable of all players who want it. Tahiri is Swedish and has never claimed that there was no relation between Mew and suicide. His secret came to the light. My plan was to include a special Pokemon Mew only and available by events Pokemon. In the script of the game, Mew will appear at the beginning of all, as a wish of good lucky. I was not aware of the terrible change that Shihiro and Tsukai's gave to the idea. Before he came out to get you, just as in the first episode of the anime where Ash sees Ho, on the end we left it be. It's shame. But there are no cartridges where you witness this. Satoshi is wrong. Only 151 of 104 have burned cartridges. The police is confiscated. That means run event of the world 47 ounces of that using. If you would one of day get an original Japanese cartridge, Pokémon Red or Green, and you can cross your fingers pray for other than one of the remaining 47, which can be anywhere, probably, don't poise with the terribly secret hidden new and the only situation to choose torment is going to a better life.